I feel really blessed this summer. I'm going to San Diego with Chris. We're going June 22nd through the 26th. No, the 26th we come home at 1:30 in the morning. And then the 26th, that afternoon at 5:30 at night, Bella, Cece, and I and my dad are flying back to North Carolina for 6 weeks. 6 weeks we're going to be in North Carolina, Cece, right? And we're going to go spend time with our families and friends and everything else. And then we're going to come back August 7th. And then I fly to Scottsdale, Arizona on the 11th for a mini little retreat with my team. And we're going to have a lot of fun. What are you doing? This child does not sit still ever. Look at this. Bella, say hi. Bella, say hi. And I really love the fact that careful, Cece, there's a table there. Child. Yeah, day in the life with Cece. And just feel blessed that we can do that. We can travel the world. One day Chris can travel that long with us. You wonder why I need Thrive. That kid right there. 7:15 in the morning. Cece. Thrive is a must.
High fives?
Come say hi, Nana, Papa. Mimi, Papa.
Yucky.
Oh,
Yucky.
Cece?
yucky? Good job.
Want to chase me?
You want Daddy to do push-ups
Come on,
again?
chase me.
Chase or push-ups?
Chase me.
Okay.
Okay. Say goodbye to Nana.
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye to
So I can go
everybody.
chase you.
Bye.
You're so sweet. Cece, blow kisses. You're adorable. What are you doing, Cece? Are you stuck? Do you like the snow? Let me see. Is that snow?
Yeah.
Is it cold?
I see.
It's snow. Are you putting on your toes? Oh no. On the floor. Do you want to go play in the snow?
No. I'm cold.
It is cold, baby. Shut the door.
I'm not that cold.
It is cold.
I'm cold.
I know, baby. It's cold. So rub it on the door. Oh, you're putting on your toes? It's cold.
More.
You want more?
Yes.
It begins with silence, the kind that doesn't feel peaceful, the kind that presses against the walls waiting to be broken. It's August 13th, 2018, a quiet Monday morning in Frederick, Colorado. The sun is rising, the air is still, and a neighbor's doorbell camera captures Chris walking to his truck, just like every other morning. Except this time, something is terribly wrong. By mid-morning, Shanann Watts' friend, Nicole Atkinson, is worried. Shanann had missed a doctor's appointment, something she never did, especially not while pregnant. Calls go unanswered. Texts are left undelivered. And that gut feeling, it won't go away. Nickel drives to the What's home and knocks, but there's no answer. Shanann's car is still in the garage. Her purse inside, her shoes by the door, her phone sitting silent on the couch. Nothing feels right. Soon, police arrive. They search the home, room by room. Everything looks perfect. Too perfect. Shanann's wedding ring sits on the nightstand. The beds are made. The children's toys are untouched. It feels less like a home and more like a stage set waiting for a missing cast. And then, Chris arrives. Calm, collected, polite. He tells officers his wife took the kids and left. But his voice trembles in ways he doesn't notice. The cameras outside record everything. His darting eyes, the nervous pacing, the way he never looks inside his own home for them. To anyone else, it might have seemed like a father in shock. But to investigators, it looked like a man rehearsing a script that was about to fall apart piece by piece. And before we go deeper into this story, if you're drawn to real-life mysteries that reveal the darkness behind ordinary faces, make sure to subscribe to True Crime Log. Every week, we uncover stories that remind us how easily evil hides behind a smile. Back at the scene, an officer finds something strange on Shanann's phone. A string of unread messages from Chris, sent just that morning. Each one short, each one cold. And by nightfall, the world will know that this wasn't a disappearance. It was a nightmare. One even darker than anyone could imagine. The next morning, the story starts to unravel. News crews swarm the quiet Colorado street. Chris Watt stands on his porch, pleading for his wife and daughters to come home. His arms are crossed, a strange, defensive posture. His words sound rehearsed, hollow, as if they belong to someone else. I just want them back. I just want them safe. But his eyes, they never match the tone. Investigators are already uneasy. His story doesn't line up. No signs of struggle. No forced entry. Just an empty house and a father whose calm feels too controlled. Inside the police station, Chris agrees to take a polygraph. It's a decision he'll regret for the rest of his life. Detective Tammy Lee watches him closely as the test begins. Heartbeat steady, breath even. But the moment she asks, "Do you know where your wife is?" the machine spikes, and when it's over, she leans forward and says quietly, "Chris, you did not pass the test." For the first time, his mask cracks. He runs his hands through his hair, staring at the table as if it could open a way out. He asks for his father. When the older man enters the room, Chris finally speaks. In a whisper that chills the air. "She hurt the girls," he says. "So I had to do the same to her." A lie. The first of many. But investigators already know better. The evidence doesn't lie. Not the fibers. Not the phone data. Not the hours of footage showing a man who didn't panic, but planned. If you've made it this far, you already sense the darkness hiding behind the calm. Hit like if you want YouTube to keep showing you stories that expose what real evil looks like. Not monsters in the dark, but ordinary people who choose it. By the time the night ends, Chris is cornered by his own contradictions. He looks at the wall and says something that makes even the detectives freeze. He says, "I'll tell you everything, but not yet." And what he eventually confesses will shake the world. Hours have passed. The interrogation room is silent, except for the faint hum of the camera. Chris Watt sits motionless, staring at his hands. The detectives have left him to think. He knows it's over. The lies have thinned out. The walls have closed in. And the weight of what he's done is finally pressing down, harder than he expected. When they return, he takes a deep breath and begins to speak. He says Shanann was the first, that they argued about money, about love, about his affair with Nickel Kessinger. He claims she strangled the girls, that he only reacted. But the way his voice trembles tells a different story. Detectives push harder. They ask about the truck, about the oil field, about why he loaded his daughters inside after Shanann was gone. And then, in a moment that will forever stain his name, Chris finally admits the unthinkable. He killed Shanann. He killed Bella. He killed Celeste. And he drove their small bodies out to the oil site where he worked, in the back seat of his truck. Alive. The words barely make sense. Detective Lee leans forward, not sure she heard him right. He repeats it. They were alive when I put them in the truck. Every word after that feels like a blade turning. He describes how Bella asked, "Daddy, what's wrong with Cece?" And how, moments later, he made the same choice again. The line that would haunt investigators forever. "I had to kill my daughters twice." The room goes still. Not even the camera hum seems to breathe. Detective Lee doesn't speak. She doesn't move. Because there's no way to respond to something like that. No words for that kind of evil. If this part of the story left you speechless, you're not alone. Subscribe to True Crime Log, where we uncover the cases that test the limits of what a human being is capable of. Because sometimes, it's not the monsters we should fear. It's the faces we thought we knew.
Bye, Frisa. Bye, Frisa.
Hey, baby! Yes, your popcorn? Do you want a brother or a sister? You want a little sister?
Yeah.
You want to be a big sister?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Go, Cece. Go, Bella. Careful, Cece. You're going to get dizzy. You're going to get dizzy, Cece. You're going to get dizzy.
We don't ring around a rosy. We don't ring around a rosy. Ring around a rosy. Lots of rosy. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
Blow on it, Cece. No, don't let her touch the plate. No, 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 no. Blow on it, Cece. Okay, look. Blow. Cece, blow. Say hi, Cece. Hi. Look at this monster. This is what I deal with. Like, she's a monster. Don't you jump off the couch. Oh. I'm sitting right here, Mama. She's a monster. Like, she doesn't stop. Like, seriously, this kid hasn't napped today. No, don't stand on my legs, baby. My life. You want more cereal?
Yeah, I like it.
I'll wipe it.
It's boo-boo.
It's a boo-boo. Cece, are you hungry? Celeste. Hey, are you hungry?
Yeah.
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 Cereal.
I like it.
We'll wipe it.
Celeste train.
As Chris finishes, He lowers his head into his hands and mutters, "I thought it would be quiet after." But nothing about this story will ever be quiet again. The courtroom feels colder than usual that November morning. Reporters fill the benches, their cameras ready, their lenses pointed toward a man who once smiled for family photos, now wearing an orange jumpsuit, hands cuffed, eyes blank. Chris Watts doesn't look up, not when the charges are read, not when Shanann's family enters the room, not even when Bella's grandfather cries out softly, "You monster." Prosecutors lay out the timeline piece by piece. Every lie, every calculated move, every quiet, deliberate act. The jury doesn't need to see crime scene photos. The words alone are unbearable. The morning of August 13th. The truck. The oil field. The burial. When Shanann's mother, Frankie Razusek, takes the stand, the courtroom goes silent. She speaks through tears, not about hate, but about heartbreak. She says, "I trusted you with my daughter and my grandbabies, and you took them from this world." Even the judge lowers his head. Chris never looks up. He doesn't speak. He doesn't cry. His attorney tells the court that Chris has found God, that he's ready to accept responsibility. But the room doesn't feel forgiveness, it feels finality. When the sentence is read, 5 life sentences without parole. There's no gasp, no cheer, no applause, only silence, because no punishment can ever feel like enough. As the deputies lead him away, Chris glances up once, just once, toward the gallery where Shanann's family sits. His lips move. No one hears the words, but one reporter swears she could read them. He said, "I'm sorry. If stories like this one remind you how fragile trust can be, share it, because the victims deserve to be remembered louder than the killer's name." Here on True Crime Log, we tell their stories, so the world never forgets what they went through. Outside, as the cameras flash and the doors close, the world takes a collective breath. Justice has been served, but peace feels impossibly far away. And in the quiet aftermath, one question lingers like a shadow. If he could do that to them, what was he ever capable of before? It's been years since the murders. Chris Watts now lives inside the gray walls of Dodge Correctional Institution. A world of repetition, silence, and ghosts he can't escape. Days blur into one another. He eats, he prays, he writes letters to strangers. And in those letters, he reveals something no one was ready to hear. He writes that he saw Bella's eyes open, that he thought she was gone. But she wasn't, that she looked at him and whispered one word, "Daddy." He says it was in that moment he knew what he'd done. But instead of stopping, he finished it. He called it mercy. He called it peace. But to anyone who reads those words, it sounds like pure horror. Because what he's really saying is this: he killed his daughters twice. Once when he took their mother's life, and again when he chose to finish what he started. Even now, years later, he claims it wasn't me. That something came over me. That I wasn't in control. Excuses that crumble under the weight of what really happened. Psychologists who've spoken with him say Chris doesn't cry when he tells the story. He speaks softly, almost detached, as if describing someone else. One of them said, "He wants forgiveness, but he doesn't want to feel it." Behind the bars, he's become something of a ghost. Moving through routines, clutching a Bible, writing about redemption. But no matter how many prayers he says, no matter how many letters he writes, there's one truth he can never rewrite. Evil doesn't come from darkness. It comes from choice. If the story shook you, share it. Not for the killer, but for Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and baby Nico. Their names deserve to echo louder than his. And if you want to keep uncovering the real stories behind the faces the world trusted most, subscribe to True Crime Log. Because behind every perfect life, something darker might be waiting to be found. The camera fades to black. The letters stop. And for the first time, there's silence, the kind that doesn't hide evil anymore. They say the truth sets you free. But what if the truth is the reason you'll never be free again?